Edmonton Oilers eliminate the Los Angeles Kings in the first round for the fourth consecutive season on Thursday night. All four of the Oilers' wins in this series had the Kings leading each time. After losing the first two games, Edmonton outscores LA 20-12 in the last four games. As we welcome Frankie Corrado back to the show. We've been talking about it a lot in this series. Every game this series, Edmonton a terrible start. Edmonton has to come from behind. Should Edmonton feel fortunate that the Kings just could not hold on to leads?
They shouldn't feel fortunate that the LA Kings can't hold on to leads, although that's a big part of it. They should feel like they were a resilient team and they found ways to work themselves back into games. But you talk about the Los Angeles Kings, like, this was their bread and butter all season long, holding on to leads. When they had the lead after one period, they only had 4 losses in the regular season. After 2 periods, only 1 loss in the regular season. And there were a lot of moments where LA, they had control of games throughout the course of this series, whether it was game 1 with a 4-0 lead, and they almost blow that one. Yeah. And then a couple games later, having a 2-0 lead, a 3-1 lead. Like, this was a constant theme for LA, and credit the Edmonton Oilers because they didn't go away quietly. And of course, you're never going to go away quietly when you have 2 of the best players in the world, but they managed to be a resilient team coupled with the, firepower that they do have. And now another year where the Los Angeles Kings cannot get past the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know what you do at this point. Just hope you never have to play the Oilers again in the playoffs.
Yeah, we were talking about it. They're a good team. They just cannot beat this Oilers team. And yet Edmonton, from the start of the third period in Game 4, really right to the end, really looked like a dominant offensive unit. What allowed them to take over the way they did?
They got depth scoring in a big way. And think about this. So now 9 goals over the last 2 games of that series, and not one of those goals came from 97 or 29. That really puts it into perspective that when this team is really clicking and everyone is contributing, they are a dangerous team, and the strength of their depth really showed here in the later parts of the series, whether it was Darnell Nurse on the board, Zach Hyman, we saw Matthias Janmark factor in, Connor Brown has been playing unbelievable hockey, like really contributing, using his speed. So it's not just, the intangibles that the other guys are bringing, it's the fact that they're actually converting and producing offensively. And when you do that, like, that just elevates what the big boys can do for that team even more. But, in 2 crucial games, you get 9 goals. None of them were from McDavid or Draisaitl. That really goes to show you how well things are going for the depth of the Oilers.
For years, we talked about their lack of depth scoring, and now they appear to have it. However, now they have to face a very tough Las Vegas Golden Knights team in the second round. What do they have to clean up against this Golden Knights team?
A little bit of what we saw tonight, where it can be loose at times, right? Like, we see the Bouchard-Nurse pairing. There can be a little bit of risk taken between those 2 guys, and so we saw some 2-on-1s. We saw a breakaway. We can see that at times the Edmonton Oilers have a tendency to let their guard down and allow these plays towards the front of the net, where you're playing Vegas, that's a different story. Like, that is a team that feasts on these types of transition plays. Like, that's where they really make their living. And so it's great that you're getting the depth scoring. It's great that you were a resilient team, but your opponent is going up a level now, and now you're dealing with a team that is going to defend better, so it's going to make it hard for you to get your offense, and you are going to have to make sure that you're doing everything you can to not feed into that transition game. Remember the year Vegas won the Cup? Like, it was clogged up. There was nothing in the middle of the ice. It was hard for Edmonton to score at 5-on-5. They're likely getting another dose of that.
Right.
So don't feed into the Vegas transition game, the Vegas offensive, Vegas offensive game that they're waiting and sitting there to try and attack you with.
2 years ago, the Oilers were eliminated by the Golden Knights in round number 2, so this is their chance at ultimate redemption. And Frankie's going to stick around because we still have to talk about Game 6 between the Blues and the Jets.